Joe, how have you seen, at this point last year, how has your coaching style grown compared to last year?
Again, I think that just comes with time. So hopefully it'll grow every single year. So next time around this time, you'll be asking the same question. You just look to kind of grow. So you have time to create a shared mental model about how you want to go about doing things, whether it's with the team, staff, and people in the organization. So that'll always be evolving for however long we're together.
Any tangible differences you've noticed?
Just experience because of the time that you had, and so you're able to get to decisions quicker. You're able to get to philosophies quicker because we've been around each other for a year. We've had an off season to do it. We've had a season to do it, and so it's just a free-flowing conversation about how we're always trying to evolve and get better and get to the best possible decision as a team.
Do you expect Philadelphia and Miami to make any changes, or I know you've got a bank of data on both teams, but tonight?
I'll let you know on Saturday.
The focus today, Joe?
Just continuing to get better. Yesterday was, obviously didn't get on the floor with our guys in a while, so it was a huge cardio day, working on some stuff, and then today just continuing to get better at our execution, our if-then scenarios and read. So by the end of today, we just wanted to be a better team, a smarter team, and just keep working at that. So it wasn't as competitive as it was mentally competitive.
Talked about this a little bit, being kind of like training camp, restarting, kind of get back into those reads, into those habits. What's that process like, especially where some of the guys have been sitting for, a couple games in the year?
Just getting on the court. Our staff does a great job. If you're not playing against the players, you play against them. So they simulate, all the different reads that we've seen that we may see, and just go through those over and over again until we feel like the reads become kind of second nature.
Joe, how much do you pay attention to analytics as it pertains to regular season versus playoff play, time of possession, all that stuff?
That's really important. I think every series takes on a life of its own. So you kind of go into the first couple games of a series, pulling the information and the data from how they've been playing recently, but how they played against you if both teams are fully healthy, which you may not be able to do that. And then over the course of the series, you have to be able to, adapt because, there might be an outlier. And so how do you adapt to that? So to me, it's understanding the simple things and then understanding that each series kind of takes on a life of its own.
What kind of mental things, hurdles do you put them through, challenges you put them through at this point? We talked about today was more mental.
Just if-then scenarios. So here's the situation that we're in. How are you going to respond to it? What's your environment like? Do you notice who's guarding you? Do you notice where your teammates are? Do you notice what coverage they're in? Just a lot of stressful situations as far as how much information can you retain as quickly as possible while you're on the court, and then can you execute the right coverage versus them.
How did they do?
Good. It's not about how they did. It's more about every rep you're learning whether you get it right or wrong. And so it's not about how they did as much as the process of going through that is just working at reads and getting better on both ends of the ball. And like I said, every time these guys are on the floor, they get better because of their open-mindedness and their nature to want to go to.
How much more targeted will Saturday's preparation be compared to today once you know exactly what you're looking at on Sunday?
Yeah, it'll be more targeted because we'll have a definitive.
Your systems are adaptive like the entire year. So now that you're in the playoffs, every team is trying to figure out how do I become adaptive. Does that give you guys an advantage? Do you feel like you're in a position of strength because of the way you are?
I don't know. I don't know if it gives us an advantage. I know it gives us a comfort level that we can be as open-minded as possible and we can be as easily. We don't need a half or we don't need a game to adjust to something that might be giving us an issue or something that a team might be exploiting. I think that was one of the things this year was for our team to develop that open-mindedness of after 2-3 possessions we can get to something different. And so as long as we keep that, I think that's important for us. It's a strength of ours and something that we try to work on all the time.